Welcome to But the Caveat is I'm your host, Blue. So listen, we're back. We're back. You know what? Let's just start it off. Coochie, 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 coochie. Has got this man, Mr. Shamar. I think that's his name. Sharon, I'm sorry. I want to say Shamar Moore because his name is Sherrone Moore. This brother has such potential. Such potential. He was the head coach of the University of Michigan football team. And they're saying he was the highest paid college coach, $6 million salary. And he just threw it all away. He threw it all away, y'all, for some coochie, coochie, coochie. he threw it all away. All right, so let's hear what shout out to Hype News. Great platform. Let's see what they have to say.
Now, overnight, he has ended up in police custody soon after being fired. According to reports, Moore would end up in a sexual relationship with one of his staff members, and that the university would become aware of this after a delivery driver would end up tipping off the school that they had delivered a Plan B to his office.
Yo, that is like wow. That's crazy. That's crazy. Delivery driver snitched. Oh my god, to the driver. Well done for the content, because I want to cover more football stuff. We're gonna get into it. I got a lot of football stuff. I want to get into the sports world, y'all, because I know some of you like sports, but I'm not wanting to get into the sports world for the stats, baby. No, we want to get into the interpersonal of it all. This is crazy. Wow. That caveat I did not know about. The delivery driver, Honey's number one snitch goes to the delivery driver.
Independent journalist Scott Hughes would post, the University of Michigan's investigation into Sherrone Moore's inappropriate relationship with a staff member became shortly after the athletic department received an anonymous tip from a DoorDash driver which stated that he'd personally delivered Plan B to Moore's office.
Yo, he must have, this delivery driver must not have been a Michigan fan, must not have been a fan of him as the coach. This the thing, y'all. And I'm speaking to minorities, period. Don't give them an in. Like when you get these opportunities to be put in these positions, don't give people an in. Do the right thing. We unfortunately as minorities are put on a higher pedestal, and we cannot do the same as them. And when the sooner we learn those things, the sooner we'll be able to maintain what we have. Yes, there's always going to be attacks at us, and no, I'm not saying shift who you are as a person, but do the right thing. This guy was married. He shouldn't have been having no plan B unless that was something amongst him and his wife, which it was not. So,
Following the investigation, Moore would be fired, ending his historic run at the university. On Wednesday, a statement from the university would be released confirming his firing. Sherrone Moore has been terminated with cause, effective immediately. Following a university investigation, credible evidence was found that Coach Moore engaged in an inappropriate relationship with a staff member. This conduct constitutes a clear violation of university policy, and maintains zero tolerance for such behavior. Biff Poggi has been appointed head football coach in an interim capacity, effective immediately. Now, this story would anger many black users online after they discovered how much Moore was making and that his job was lost over cheating with a woman who happens to be of the opposite race.
I don't want to hear that part. I really don't, because you know what? That's irrelevant. Let's take the race part out of it, and let's talk about it. He was acting inappropriately. Doesn't matter what race the woman it was. Why was he even messing with someone? Period. That's the point. There's a multi clauses in these contracts that you sign, that you will conduct yourself at a higher standard. And cheating on your wife, and then also going even lower, cheating on your wife with someone who is underneath you, That's the dumbest thing you could do because that will be seen as you using your position to have dominance over someone, coercion. It just it's a sticky situation, and I don't blame the university for firing him. And everybody wants to throw the race card out there. It doesn't matter what woman it was. He shouldn't have been doing that. He had no business sleeping with that woman. You're married. If you didn't want to be married, you're unhappy, leave. Uh as quickly as you DoorDash that plan B is as quickly as you had the means to contact the divorce lawyer and to tell him, look, I want to separate from my wife. You don't have to, embarrass her, embarrass yourself. And he continued to embarrass himself. So listen to this clip.
The coach of Michigan had an affair with a staffer. People are upset that she's being outed, but I don't know.
Why are we upset that this homewrecker is being outed? She needs to be outed. People need to know that she's sleeping with people's husbands and that probably shouldn't bring her around your man and probably shouldn't be bringing her around period if because that she's your friend, she's a reflection of you, and all these husbands need to know that this is a hoe, and you don't want your wife hanging with that because she participates in hoe behavior. So yes, she needed to be outed just as much as he did because she's a grown woman, she's not a child.
Oh, she's a main player in this, so I don't know if she should be off in obscurity. You know, she is an adult, but he is married. He has 3 to 4 kids, from what I've heard. Hooked up with her with an affair, got her pregnant, forced her to have an abortion, did pay for it, doubled her salary at the University of Michigan as a staffer. Michigan finds out, obviously.
That was the problem. Abuse of position. That's why they fire people when they have sex with people that's underneath them. It, because and you shouldn't be doing it anyway. You shouldn't be shitting where you eat. But that's why they fired him. Because not only did I don't believe he forced her to have an abortion. Because you can't force her to have an abortion. Until she comes out with a statement and telling us that he forced her to have an abortion, you can't put that narrative out there. We haven't heard from her yet. So if she says, "Hey, he put the Plan B in my drink and forced the abortion on me," or he threatened me and forced the abortion on me, then hey, we could say that. But her salary doubled after she swallowed that Plan B. So don't tell me she was forced. Don't put that narrative out there because that's not what it sounds like that happened. She benefited off of being pregnant by him. Her salary doubled. Her she got benefits. She's getting a dick benefit. You know what I'm saying? Like she living it up. So what are y'all talking about? She was forced. I don't see force here.
They fire the coach. Coach gets into an argument with his wife yesterday. I can only imagine it's about this. I would only imagine as your world's ending, you're losing your job. Your wife's finding out.
Why catch a charge on top of it?
So he tells his wife he's going to kill himself. So then he goes to this girl's house. He goes and breaks in and puts a knife to his throat and says, "I'm going to myself, but I'm taking you first."
Oh my goodness.
It was something along those lines. The guy.
And she lucky that he didn't take her life because that so many times happens. Person gets so desperate that they just take everybody's life in their path. And thank goodness he didn't. And I hope that they see that he put the knife to his throat as a cry for help. He was in a emotionally charged state. Doesn't sound like she was hurt. She might be shaken and rattled by the threat, but I don't think that they should charge him as if he did something to her. He was making a declaration of self-harm. So I think he just needs to get not just thinking like it. I'm not minimizing it, but I do believe that he needs to get some mental health because this is a tragedy. He lost everything behind this girl. And it's not even just behind this girl. You know what? I'm not even going to sum it up to that. He lost everything behind the choices that he made.
I got arrested. So I don't know what happened there, but he ended up leaving and they ended up picking him up, I think, around a church that was in the area. But that's kind of like the Cliff Notes version.
Yeah, he was in an emotionally charged state. He went to the church. Like he went to the Lord. He was in shambles. He was in emotional shambles. he was just broken because of his choices. And unfortunately, we make bad choices. We do. And it does seem like you know, the world is coming around you, and in a way it is. And I feel bad for this guy, but damn, you threw it all away for a coochie cool. Anyway, y'all, make sure you like, subscribe, make sure you leave 5-star rating, and y'all have a good night.